The real game. So let's talk about the real game of life. We are born in a system that's created for us, and we are actually playing one big game, but we are blinded to the real game, okay? So we are programmed, we are brainwashed in thinking that it's the money game, okay? But money is just magic. Magic to control your mind, your mind, okay? Money is created to be a lubricant for other people to collaborate with you. In a normal society that should be in nature, for example, with a group of people and you're surviving together, you wouldn't need money to collaborate because you would have knowledge, you would have brain connections about every individual and know that, hey, this person is helped me before, so I will help him back, okay? And this person helped me before, and therefore I will help him back. But because there are so many people right now, we have created the money system, and therefore instead of using our values to collaborate, we are using money, okay? So our collaboration system has been hijacked because before our values would dictate if we would collaborate and if we would help, okay? And right now, because we are with so many people, money is the thing that dictates. Value is the thing that dictates. And the real game of life is not how can I obtain all this money, okay? That's the game that we're trying to play, because the people who are already controlling this game, okay, this game is just made up out of a lot of lost souls. These souls, they have been reincarnated into this reality, and all these souls have been brainwashed. Their unconscious mind is totally in control and not vibrating on a unique frequency anymore, because they have been forced in a system where they have been brainwashed from a young age. And the only reason these souls came here is to change the system, because we are living in an outdated system, okay? So one of the main reasons people don't want to procreate anymore, because deep inside of their soul, they feel, hey, I should not bring a new soul into this reality because I will put him in school. I will force this child to take actions that puts them in a mental prison just like I am. But they don't know, people don't know this consciously, but unconsciously they know if they make a child, they will build up bad karma by putting them in the brainwash system, just like how they have been put in the brainwash system like their parents. So we have been born in an outdated system that's controlled by a few, and these few that are in control are not even the problem. You cannot even hate them for it, because let me tell you what's happening on the top. On the top, your subconscious brain just gets rewired to create a system to attract females, okay, to attract fertility, to attract recreation. So the only reason this destructive system is still on top is because the people on top, their subconscious brain is wired in such a way that they get addicted to power and sex. And this would happen. Let me get one thing straight, okay? All these people here will say, oh, the elite are bad people, blah, 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 blah. But if you would observe the situation from a 5D perspective, from a soul perspective, and you would see that every individual here, 90%, unless you're someone like me who has already transcended a lot of belief systems, but if you're still stuck in the ego mind, and you would be in a similar situation as the elite, you would keep the system also the way it is. So money flows to you, so females flow to you, so power flows to you, so you stay in control over the pussy. So you stay in control over the over safety, because when you're on top you have to fuck over a lot of people to protect yourself, okay? So when your power goes down again, you will get killed. So the only thing that keeps this in top, the people in top and the destructive system the way it is because of fear of the elite, addiction to sex, and because of that happening, it's not just that. So these are the main emotions from the elite, okay? They have a high awareness, low values, because they are driven by fear and addiction to sex, okay? And then we have the lower consciousness people, who would be exactly the same if they would be in a similar situation, but they are driven by similar things, just on a lower level of awareness. So they still watch the news and and have fear about imaginary things. Okay, they still go to the drinking alcohol, killing their brain cells, making a fool of themselves just to get sex. So they are exactly doing the same thing, just in a less effective way. And there are some energies who just understand this reality better, and they have the ability to control the new souls by putting them in a system that's destructive, that's outdated, just to keep them on a low vibration, so their brain can easily be influenced and their subconscious actions will always be directed at a external goal, an external vision that's forced upon them. So they get stuck in a 40-hour work week, so they get stuck in a frequency that's forced upon us by the 5G towers, by the Wi-Fi routers, by the technology. It's vibrating a frequency upon us all the time, instead of the natural frequency of nature, and therefore we will never get effective thoughts, okay? Therefore we always stay stuck in a routine that's forced upon us. Because we are in a vibration right now that's controlling our thoughts, that's controlling our actions, and that depletes all our unique, authentic vibration, our soul energy, our chi, our unique frequency. It all goes to external goals that have been programmed into us. But we have been programmed with a game that we don't want to play. We're just forced to play the game. It's like people are playing a game of Monopoly, and you walk in the room and they have already been playing for several hours, and then they say, hey Tim, come, let's play a game. You would like it. And it would be like your soul. It would be like Earth saying to the soul, hey, you would like this world, just reincarnate here. You would like it. You will learn a lot. You will like it. And then you are reincarnated, and then you are forced in a destructive school system. You get brainwashed. You get all these mental issues, and then they put pills inside of you that make things even worse. And then you start doing a job and be stuck in a job for the rest of your life. that's the same with a game of Monopoly, okay? So it's like that you walk in the room, they're already playing for a few hours, and every time you roll the dice, you come on a street, and you already have to pay for every street because all the streets are already bought. The same as this in this reality, it does not matter to which location you're going. All the land is already owned. All the houses are already owned. So in every house you're living, you already have to pay rent, and you haven't got the ability to truly increase your awareness within your own unique frequency, and therefore you have never created a routine that allowed you to attract money from doing your soul mission. And your soul mission is just to flip the whole game. We are just here to remove this outdated system. We are here to remove this power of control. The current situation is just fully controlled by fear and power, okay? And this whole system stays the way it is because people are reacting. They are not in control over their emotions, okay? They are constantly going without instead of going within. And the real game is going within. Because when you go within, you can control your own emotions. You can control your own imagination. You can control your own vision. You can control your own routines. You can attune yourself to different timelines, okay? So what's happening here? These are two types of people, okay? So this is me, and this is a random NPC in the Matrix, okay? So the random NPC in the Matrix has been programmed with things he should consider be important, okay? So that would be, money, politics, what more? Designer stuff, big house. And all these things are important because he can only make a limited amount of brain connections, okay? And because there's a limited amount of brain connections on its own unique frequency, it's easily programmed by external images that have been programmed into this person. So it will start taking a certain action that brings money back to the people who programmed the NPC. So once you start to observe humans not as humans but just as a tool to attract money, and I know that sounds horrible, but it's a very effective way if you want to understand this universe. If you have someone in front of you, always treat them like a human, but if you want to understand the bigger picture in this reality, humans are just a tool to achieve your vision. And once you start to observe reality from that perspective, your emotions will not get entangled with your thinking. And that's like the biggest problem with people who are stuck on this vibration. Their emotions are doing the thinking. The labels in their brain are doing the thinking, okay? So everything that promises like these things, for example, money, a certain amount a month, he will just choose this because he does not have the ability to make more connections in his brain to understand, if I choose this job I actually hate, I will make a lot of money, but I will hate my life, okay? And this part is not visible for most people. So they are fully controlled by the external physical on a short-term thinking. So like, for example, children have to choose their direction in life. They have to choose their study from a very young age, and they aren't capable to experience that job before studying for it. So they are choosing a direction in life. They study 4 years and they don't even know if they would like it. They think they would like it, but they don't even know if they would like it, okay? And the only reason This happens, and here you get stuck in a 40-hour work week, stuck in a vibration where your brain is constantly influenced. Your unconscious brain is constantly bombarded with advertising, with belief systems, with how you should think, and you cannot leave this situation because you're stuck. You will be fired. You don't have money to pay rent. This keeps on happening. And these people aren't capable of getting into nature, in a vibration of nature, okay? So what ends up happening? Burnout, midlife crisis, depression, all these things, addiction, all these things are just an end result of being in a toxic system. And we flip the script and we say, oh, you have a depression, you have a chemical imbalance. Oh, you don't like your job. Okay, we will give you a job coach who will find the right other job for you. All these things, children with like mental complexes. Oh, let's talk about your problems all the time. All these things making things worse. These are not the solution. Oh, your body is getting sick. Oh, here, have some pills with side effects. All these things are the wrong approach of solving the real problem, okay? The real problem is you are operating in a slave frequency. You are forced in a system that keeps you in a low level of consciousness, that bombards you with negative, limited beliefs, with ways of thinking, that creates mental pain towards yourself, okay? And when you send yourself negative energy, when you do not control your thoughts, when you make yourself feel bad, you get sick, you get depressed, you get a midlife crisis, you get a burnout. You will manifest diseases in your body because you are blaming yourself for the external reality. And you should flip the script in your mind. You should understand, oh wait, okay, so I am not the person that's wrong here. I've been just born in this broken system. I've been reincarnated into this broken system to flip the script and to change it in my own unique way. That's why it feels so harsh on you right now. That's why you feel so mentally exhausted. That's why you get so angry about what's happening in the external world. The only way how to start fixing your life, and it can be done like this, it can be done like really instantly. Like your life can change in an instant. You don't have to change the whole world. You just have to change your life, and you will be operating in a different frequency. Okay, if you need any help with that, link below this video. You will attune to a new reality, okay? The only thing you need to do is start to understand, okay, wait, everything that they have been telling me is a lie. And it sounded so logical, it sounded so true. And that's only because they also believed in the lie, okay? Because they have also been born in a broken system and have fully accepted it as normal. But the money system is just an outdated system, and it's based on a phase of evolution where we traded values for money, okay? Values became not the source of collaboration anymore, and it became money, okay? And the biggest problem is that in this reality, the foundational problem in this reality, why it's so toxic the way it is the male and female wiring, okay? Okay, so the male strives on power and control, okay? And the female searches the same thing, but they use the male as the tool, okay? Female wants to reproduce, and they search a male as a tool to have power and control by controlling the mind of the male, okay? The male wants to reproduce and therefore have a lot of female, okay? And the only thing that allows this to have this continuous circle is when there's a system where females are forced mentally, and I don't want to say forced, because if you flirt with a girl, in the beginning she does not want you, and then all of a sudden she wants you, it's still her choice. And if you create a system where money is necessary to pay rent and to survive, it will be her choice to choose a male that has a lot of power and control, okay? And this male understands this, and therefore it will keep the system the way it is to keep attracting females to reproduce. That's like the core of this system. This is like the core, the whole reason we live in this destructive, outdated system, because there are people on top who understand that everything they want is because the system is the way it is. So it's their inner vision influencing the external reality, okay? And this external reality is just made up out of people who do not control their own subconscious brain, who do not control their own vision, who do not control their own reality, okay? They think they control their reality, but their vision, their subconscious brain is fully programmed, fully brainwashed, and all the actions they are taking is within a vision they have created in an energy that was forced upon us. Because the moment you were born, you had to go to school. In school, you created the vision of your future. Then you had to go to work. In work, you created the vision of that reality. And that was constantly within a vibration of Wi-Fi, of 5G tower, of 4G, whatever energy. And all the whole you know, is just totally controlled always by that system. And the elite know that you are easily influenced. You can only be a tool of their vision if you are not in your authentic frequency, when you are in a low vibration, okay? And if all the new souls that have been reincarnated in this world, they have been on purpose been put in a low vibration so their subconscious brain can be programmed, so the money system can stay the way it is. That's like the core. And the real game here is, okay, how can I get on the highest vibration possible so the brainwashing does not affect me anymore, okay? So how do you do that? You stop with school, okay? School keeps you stupid. It bombards you with limited beliefs you have to unlearn again, okay? Stop going to work. Stop work, okay? Buy a one-way ticket and go to nature. And find yourself. And start creating a clear image in your mind. Start using the plants nature gave us to heal us, okay? I'm not gonna tell on this video what type of plants that are. You can just fix it. You can see that in the link down below. It's within the community, all the stuff that will help you get to a better reality. But just understand, you are a soul on a soul mission, and you are currently, your human vessel is currently brainwashed by a system that's controlled by power and control, and that's just because we are wired to procreate, okay? It's wired to want to create in this reality, and you can only create in this reality when other people help you create your vision, okay? Humans are creators, and humans can only create when we have a lot of slave humans. Okay, and when we have a lot of slave humans, they will discard their own unique vision because they have no unique vision. And because they are stuck in the money system, they need money. They will start building houses, mansions, provide whatever the people with money need to create their vision. So the vision of the smart people, the elite people, influence the actions of the programmed low awareness people, the sheep, and therefore things happen the way it's happening. This is the constant thing that's happening within this current system, okay? And what we want to do is we want to tap back into our soul. Once we start to understand, okay, I reincarnated, whatever, Tim, I believe you, I reincarnated, I have no proof, but okay, for the sake of this video, I will try to understand you. Okay, so you have been reincarnated, but you have been totally disconnected from your heart, okay? Because you have been programmed from a young age to see everything logical, and only when you start to operate more from your emotional brain, from the vibration of nature, from the neocortex, you will start to connect your left and your right brain, and when that's happening, your third eye will be capable of connecting to your soul again, okay? And when you're capable of connecting to your soul again, you will be capable of perceiving this reality from a timeless perspective, and you can take actions without knowing why you are taking these actions, but your soul knows more than your human vessel, okay? So you are way smarter than you realize. You have just been disconnected from the smartest part of yourself, and that's your soul that can see things from a 5D perspective. And then you should follow your intuition instead of your logical mind, because your logical mind is just been programmed by external images, okay? And then your subconscious brain will start to operate from these images. But the moment you start to meditate and you start to listen to your heart, okay, and you start to understand that the images, just a fun fact to understand, there are more signals going from your heart to your brain than from your brain to your heart. Think logical about that. What does that mean in the human physiology? So the brain is capable of influencing the mind more than the brain is capable of influencing the heart. Why? Because the heart from the core is the first thing that's being generated in the stomach of the mother, okay? And that's because your soul is connected to the heart. This is the first thinking organ, okay? Your heart is connected to your soul, and then your brain should translate the images it's receiving from the heart, and then it should program the subconscious, and then you should take action based on your frequency and your feelings, based on the goal of your soul, okay? But because we get all these toxins in our body, toxins and magic on our brain, we get put in a lower vibration, okay? We are being devolved, okay? And because we are being devolved, we are cut off from spirit. We cannot listen to our soul. We cannot listen to our values. We cannot listen to our heart. We are disconnected from nature. We are operating on a low frequency. We are operating on an artificial reality that is forced upon us, okay? And therefore, we cannot listen to our heart. The only thing that's happening is we feel anxious, we feel depressed, we feel all these negative emotions, and it's just your soul saying, listen, the current timeline you are currently on, okay, the current timeline you are currently on is not moving you to any direction. You are wasting your reincarnation here, okay? You have to make a shift, and that can only be done when you remove the belief systems that money is the most important thing. Money is not the most important thing. Imagine yourself dying here, and you look back. Did you change this reality in your own unique way? The reason you came on this earth, okay? Did you make it a better place? That's the real goal. But because we aren't capable of going within, meditating, being in nature, using the bright plants from nature, do soul searching, finding yourself, your authentic self, because we aren't capable of doing that, and our third eye is closed, okay, we aren't capable of perceiving each other's vibration, we aren't capable of understanding that the real game of life is just levels of vibration, and we are trying to search the highest level of frequency, because if we are operating, if we have a routine in the highest level of vibration, we are capable of producing more effective thoughts and change this world in our own unique way from our soul perspective, okay? You have to break free from these negative low vibrations. You have to break free from the news. You have to break free from your culture. You have to break free from all this brainwashing because it puts you in hell. You are here on a soul mission to change this world in your own unique way, and you have been born in an outdated money system that's just here to let a few that are in control the masses, to let their vision, let their inner world control the outer world, to get the females, to get the reproduce opportunities. That's the whole reason the money system, the outdated system is the way it is. And we are getting back into a new reality where the new souls are controlling the external world, okay? By making these videos and people understanding my videos and starting to understand, wait, there's something missing in my life. Wait, money does not make me fulfilled. It's actually values that I'm really craving, okay? That's the system where we're going back to. We are going to transmute this money system in a way where values will be the main collaborative system again. Not fakeness, not money, values, true values. When people know this person is truly here to make this world a better place, this person is truly here operating from values to create win-win situations, that's the system we're going back to, okay? That's the reason we as new souls have been reincarnated here, to change the system, to not be a slave anymore, to get out of the slave system by taking back control over your belief systems and start creating routines on a high frequency where you feel good every day, also with little money, and then change this system in your own unique way. That's the goal. That's the reason you are here on earth. That's the reason you feel depressed in school and work, because you are stuck in the slave frequency, constantly attacked by belief systems that make you give a bad feeling about yourself and make you feel like you're worthless, make you feel like you are less. But actually you're so powerful, you're just disconnected from your soul. You aren't capable of translating the images that come from your heart that allow you to attune to your soul mission, to make choices not on the physical, okay, but on the highest frequency possible, okay? Instead of choosing that job that pays you a lot, you choose nature that pays you zero, but you will feel good every day. And in a job you will feel bad every day, even though you have a lot of numbers in your bank account, okay? You will choose nature. You will start living as a hippie. You will start living in a camper van, just like me, because I'm happy every day. I see a different place every day. I don't have a lot of money as someone who's working in a office job, but I don't care. I don't want to be in that energy. I don't want to be in that frequency. I don't want my mind to be controlled by a company that does not allow me to move into the direction of my soul mission. The reason I'm reincarnated here. And the only reason I can think like this is because I've been using plants from nature and not the alcohol and the cigarettes that are forced upon me by this broken system, okay? So yeah, thanks for watching this video, The Real Game of Life. If you need any help, there's a link down below, everything you need to get back into your soul mission. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. If you want me to talk about anything, just put it in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.